It is now my distinct honor to present to you the Governor of the State of Vermont, the Honorable Peter E. Shumlin.
Thank you so much. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, distinguished guests, my fellow Vermonters, thank you. It has been such a privilege to serve as your governor over the past year. Our partnership of community, courage, and common purpose has empowered us through the unprecedented challenges dumped upon us by Mother Nature, combined with our willingness to make the tough choices necessary to grow jobs and economic opportunities for all Vermonters, has made us strong. I want to recognize a few of the thousands of Vermonters who made us so proud this last year and serve as symbols of Vermont at its best. We are so grateful to the dedicated women and men of our armed forces, whose service both overseas and during the Irene recovery has been exemplary. Please join me in honoring our Vermont troops, and our Vermont National Guard, led by General Michael Doobie. Thank you. We deeply appreciate your service. The magnitude of devastation from Tropical Storm Irene astounded General Doobie and me as we landed in community after community in the days after the storm. I knew that we needed effective, experienced leaders to help us cut through the bureaucracy and rebuild at breakneck speed as we race winter weather. I am so grateful to our Irene Recovery Officer, Neil Lumley, who took a leave from his job to join our team in Vermont's time of need. Neil, all Vermonters, join me in thanking you for your selfless service to the state you love. Thank you. This has been an especially tough year for Vermont's local government leaders. I want to acknowledge 4 of our storm-tested, hard-working men: Tom Losel from Barrie, Marty Manningham from St. Albans, Chris Lawrence from Rutland, Barry Cooper from Montpelier. Please stand so that we can acknowledge your service to Vermont. Thank you so much. Outstanding legal mind and a pioneer in civil rights, who made history this year by joining the Vermont Supreme Court. Justice Robinson, thank you for your service to justice in Vermont. I report to you on the state of the greatest state in the nation, one that has demonstrated over the course of the past year what it means to be united as one community to overcome tragedy. In the wake of a deep recession, 2 spring storms and a tropical storm that devastated our infrastructure and exacted an unimaginable toll on the lives of thousands of Vermonters, I can tell you without reservation or exaggeration, the state of our state is strong, Vermont strong. From Halifax to Hartford, Wilmington to Waterbury, Roxbury to Richmond, the hundreds of individual actions of bravery and courage in the days and months after Irene will be forever etched in my memory. I want to share one of them with you. Rutland Mayor Chris Flores, who like most local leaders, was working long days without sleep after Irene, called me every 2 hours with progress updates on the unfolding tragedy. The search for Mike Garafano and his son, who went missing during the storm. Route 4 was nothing but a stream bed in the sections where roadway once ran. And I came in by National Guard helicopter to join Mayor Flores and give son Tommy Garafano a bear hug from all Vermonters. Tommy's dad, Mike Sr., grew up in Rutland and went to work for the city for over 30 years, rising to become the manager of the water plant, a job to which he dedicated his life. Mike and his wife Sally had 2 sons, Mike Jr., known also as Little Mike, and Tommy. Mike also had a son, Robbie. Robbie lost his life in a tragic accident in 2010. And Little Mike and Tommy's tight bond with their mom and dad helped them all in the face of such extraordinary adversity. On the evening of Irene, with Mendon Brook raging, Mike and Little Mike braved through the storm to a water plant to check the inlet valve that Mike had closed the previous day to make sure that polluted water would not enter the city's reservoir. It was a risk, but they were determined to protect Rutland's water supply. With Mendon Brook carving craters where solid ground once stood, the band stayed wet, sweeping them both away. Mike's body was retrieved the next day, but the search for Little Mike went on for weeks. While Sally was comforted by family and friends, Tommy heroically joined the search and rescue, digging through mountains of Irene's debris, looking for his brother. Today, on behalf of our state, we honor 2 Vermont heroes, Michael Garafano and Michael Garafano Jr., with the promise that we will never forget. Joining us in this chamber are Sally and Tommy Garafano. To Sally and Tommy, and the families of the 6 other Vermonters who lost their lives as a result of Tropical Irene, our admiration and support will never cease. Thank you on behalf of us. I gave what comfort we could to Tommy on that day at Mendon Road. Something else happened that characterizes Vermont strong. With Route 4 shut down, and community after community isolated islands where roads and bridges once served, brothers John and Doug Casella had an idea. Doug said, "Governor, you get the Department of Motor Vehicles to lift the ban on hauling heavy equipment across what's left of our roads and get us permission to retrieve some of the rock and gravel that I think washed from our roads into our streams. And we'll partner with other private contractors like Belden Company, Markowski Excavating, Moser Excavating, Will Paving, the Agency of Transportation, and the National Guard. And we can have Route 4 open in 3 weeks." Now, as soon as I got high enough in the chopper to actually have cell service in Vermont, I called Secretary Searle, Secretary Harkowitz, and Commissioner Ryan. And within hours, our team applied Doug's request not just to Rutland, but the whole state of Vermont. And guess what? Guess what? 9 days later, Route 9 from Brattleboro to Wilmington to Bennington, open. 18 days later, Route 4 from Woodstock, Mendon, Rutland, open. And today, all roads destroyed by Irene, open. You know, we've got members of Team Casella, Belden, Will, Moser, Markowski are here today. And I would like to ask you to please stand. You represent many Vermont construction companies who, along with AOT, the Vermont National Guard, and the Guard troops from around the country, rebuilt us Vermont strong, and Vermont honors you. Stand up, Team. We need it. In this public-private partnership with Winter Booming, we did it right, with Vermont ingenuity, fiscal prudence, and common sense. We rebuilt for 35 cents on the dollar, bringing total estimated damage down to $250 million for state roads and infrastructure, and $140 million for town roads. Thanks to the skill of the best congressional delegation in America, Senator Leahy, Senator Sanders, and Congressman Welch, the Leahy Amendment became law, ensuring that Vermont will get the federal aid we need in our time of need, reducing our projected cost to the general fund to $30 million. Please join me in recognizing the great work of Senator Patrick Leahy, Senator Bernie Sanders, and Congressman Peter Welch, and our partners